Deep in the heart of the Tabuk province, a massive scar is being carved across the ancient sands of the Arabian desert. Visible from outer space, this giant trench represents the most controversial and expensive construction project in human history. Imagine a city that is not a circle or a grid, but a single straight line stretching for over 100 miles. This is Saudi Arabia's The Line, a trillion-dollar mirrored megacity that promised to replace cars and roads with artificial intelligence. But as the year 2026 unfolds, the world is asking if this futuristic dream is becoming a dusty desert nightmare. The shimmering glass walls of the mirror line were designed to rise 500 meters into the blue sky. This massive architectural masterpiece was intended to house 9 million people within 2 parallel skyscrapers. In the original vision, a high-speed railway would transport residents from the Red Sea to the mountains in just 20 minutes. However, the reality of 2026 is far more complicated than the slick promotional video suggested. Satellite imagery now reveals that the grand vision has been scaled back to a small fraction of its original length. While the desert wind blows across the excavation site, work is now focused on a 2-kilometer segment known as the Hidden Marina. Massive dredging machines are currently carving out a man-made harbor deep enough for global cruise ships to dock. Construction crews are working 24 hours a day under bright floodlights to install thousands of foundation piles. Heavy excavators are moving millions of cubic meters of orange earth every single week to prepare the foundations. But even as the giant cranes rotate above the site, the financial pressure is mounting on the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund. Global experts are questioning if the kingdom can afford to build a city that costs more than the GDP of many nations. Reports suggest that some parts of the project have been suspended while engineers tackle the laws of physics. Designing a glass wall that can breathe and stay cool in the scorching desert sun is an engineering challenge like no other. The original plan for a zero-carbon paradise is now facing a reckoning with the harsh reality of construction costs and logistics. Still, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman remains committed to this pillar of the Vision 2030 strategy. New drone footage shows the immense scale of the concrete factories and worker camps that have risen in the wilderness. A sprawling network of tunnels and rail systems is slowly taking shape beneath the desert floor. This is the spine of the city where the automated transport systems will eventually carry the first residents. Nearby, the mountain resort of Trojena is racing to complete its artificial lake and ski slopes for the upcoming Winter Games. The massive steel structures of the Neom Stadium are beginning to rise as Saudi Arabia prepares for the 2034 World Cup. Every single day, over 100,000 workers are pouring concrete and welding steel in the heat. The mirror line is not just a building. It is a declaration of the future power of the Middle East. If successful, it will be a cognitive city where AI predicts the needs of every citizen. But if it fails, it could become the most expensive ruin in the history of the world. The shimmering mirrored facade is designed to reflect the surrounding nature and disappear into the landscape. Lush green hanging gardens and vertical forests are planned to provide clean air for the modular neighborhoods. As 2026 progresses, the world is watching to see if the first vertical skyscrapers will finally break the horizon. The trillion-dollar question remains: will the mirror line become a global hub of innovation or a monument to impossible ambition? For now, the only thing certain is the sound of the hammers and the sight of the dust clouds in the desert. The battle between a futuristic dream and the laws of reality is just beginning. The world's most ambitious construction project is currently a race against time and gravity. Whether it is a miracle or a mirage, the Saudi mirror line has already changed the way we think about the cities of tomorrow.